Happy Thursday, learners! We are finishing our third week of 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade English Language Arts lessons. Today is the last day of our opinion segment. All week, we've been studying elements of opinion reading, writing, speaking, thinking. Our essential question: how can I use words to express my opinion? Oh, we've had lots of different opinions this week, which also use evidence that we can see, and reasoning, which is talking about our thinking strategies. We have more opinion for you today, and next week will be our last week of this summer session, and we're going to switch to our last text type, which is informative. Can't wait for it. Since today is Thursday, we have word study again. Today's word study is a companion to the word study lesson that we had on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we studied closed syllables, and today we're going to study open syllables. If you missed Tuesday, you can find the lesson on our YouTube channel. So, for today's lesson, you just need to have an open mind for open syllables. You ready? I hope so. Word study. I always put the same first slide because word study is learning about words and finding patterns in the words that we read, hear, and spell. 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, we are getting exposed to larger words. But remember, the larger words are just made of smaller parts. I'm trying to show you some of those patterns that will help you to look at those larger words, understand those larger words, use those larger words to be a little bit more powerful. Today's focus is spelling patterns for open syllables. Today, we're going to listen and look for the patterns that make open syllables. To remind you, this is from Tuesday. These vowels are closed, meaning the vowel sound is short. So the vowel is really what tells us if a syllable is open or closed. This list of 4 words each has a short vowel sound, and it ends with a consonant. The consonant closes the vowel sound. Got, ah, ah, ah. I always accentuate the vowel sound because it's really important. The next word, shut, tap, ah, ah, ah. I always do that too. Let me go ahead and put that down. And the last word, hem, ah, ah, ah. Each one of these words has a short vowel sound and a consonant at the end. That makes it a closed syllable. Moving on. Got, ah, ah, ah. The short O means closed syllable. These words have vowels that are open because they have a long vowel sound. Open means you can hear the vowel sound continue on. Long vowels say their name. A, E, I, O, U. We're listening for those sounds. The word go, g, o. Hi, h, I. Me, m, e. And flew, you. Each of these words ends with that long vowel sound. That means it's an open syllable. the word go. G-O. There's not a consonant sound at the end of that syllable. The long O means it's an open syllable. The word met. M-et. Met. I hear a consonant at the end. And that E is making that short E sound. Short E means closed syllable. The word me, E, means it's an open syllable because I hear that long E sound. Here's the most important part of today's lesson. If you hear long vowel sounds, A, E, I, O, U, that means it's an open syllable. Here's one thing I have figured out. If you want to know if there's an open syllable or a long vowel sound, there's a pattern. One of the patterns you may find is called the vowel, consonant, vowel, or VCV pattern. The vowel, consonant, vowel pattern almost always makes an open syllable at the beginning. Look at this word, tiger. Tiger, say it, tiger. Put your hand below your chin. Let's check the syllables. Tiger. Listen to that first syllable. Tie. I. There are two vowels with a consonant in the middle. The first syllable is an open syllable. Tiger. Let's try this word. Robot. 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 Let's put our hand below our chin and say robot. Say it louder. Robot. I hear two syllables. Now, this has the vowel, consonant, vowel pattern. I see a vowel, consonant, vowel. Yes, there are other letters in this word, but us word studiers, we know that the vowels are really important. So we need to show them off. I have two O's in this word with a consonant in the middle. Robot. What's interesting about the word robot is it starts with an open syllable, R-O, and it ends with a closed syllable, B-A-T, robot. There are two O's, but they're making two different O sounds. Ro, O, O, bot, ah, ah, ah. Wow. English can be a little tricky. That's why we study it. Here is a list of words where the first syllable is open. Tulip, tulip, a type of flower. Human, I am a human. Are you? Silent, I am definitely not silent when I'm studying words. I have to make noises. Silent. Ooh, flavor, flavor. I love the flavor of watermelon. In this list, the first syllable is closed. This is what we studied on Tuesday. wedding, cactus, napkin, muffin. The first syllable has a short vowel. It also does not follow the vowel, consonant, vowel pattern that these do. I see a U-L-I, vowel, consonant, vowel. I see in human, U-M-A, vowel, consonant, vowel. Silent, I-L-E, vowel, consonant, vowel. On this list, it does not follow vowel, consonant, vowel. There's an E and then an I, but there are two consonants between the vowels. This one has a double D. The letter D is twice. In the word cactus, A, consonant, consonant, U. Vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. When you have two consonants in the middle of a word, it makes that first vowel sound short. It's true. Napkin, there's a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. Look for vowel, consonant, vowel words. That's how you know that the first syllable will be open. There is a long vowel sound at the beginning of these words. Let's find it. Spider. Put your hand below your chin and say spider. What is the long vowel sound you hear in the first syllable? Sp. I. Yep, it has that long vowel sound. Music. Mew. U is that long vowel sound. Unit. U is all by itself. Knit. What about the word bacon? Bay. A. Con. We have pilot. Pilot. The first syllable has a long vowel sound. Last one. Locate. Locate. Oh, I hear that open vowel sound. In each of these words, there is that pattern. That's what word study is, finding patterns. In each of these words, they have the vowel, consonant, vowel pattern. Vowel, consonant, vowel. Vowel, consonant, vowel. Vowel, consonant, vowel. It keeps going. It's a pattern. If you have vowel, consonant, vowel, it's going to make the long vowel sound at the beginning. As always, we have a quick sorting activity. This is similar to what you'll do at home. You will make 2 columns. In the first column, the first syllable is open, meaning there is a long vowel sound at the beginning. In the second column, we're going to look for words where the vowel is short and it is a closed syllable. It takes some practice, so let's do that together. Look at this word, happen. Well, there are 2 P's in the middle of the word. Ha. That is a short A sound, so that is a closed syllable. The word tiger, I hear that long A sound. Robot, I hear the long O sound. That means it is an open syllable. Hey, the word open has an open syllable at the beginning. Window. Tennis, I hear that short E sound. How about the word music? That That's a long vowel sound. That means it's an open syllable. We have apple, and pilot, I. Long vowel sounds mean open syllables. So, to practice word study at home, open a book, a magazine, or a sheet of paper with a lot of words on it. Then, look for words that have an open syllable or a closed syllable at its beginning. On a sheet of blank paper, categorize your findings. One column will say open syllables at the beginning, and the other column will say closed syllables at the beginning. Happy word studying, happy finding, happy categorizing. Thank you so much, friends. We have a read aloud coming up. See you soon.
Welcome, learners. It's Mrs. Kraft, and I am here today with a read aloud. So we are going to do a read aloud that's a little bit of a different story format than what we've done in the past. It's going to be exciting, and it's really awesome with super cool illustrations. What I want you to think about as we read this story is our essential question. How can I use words to express my opinion? And this particular story, we have a little boy named Alex, and he has a very specific opinion about something, but so do his parents. And so they continue to express their opinion through the story. So let's take a look at our book, because I wanted to show you the cover. The illustrations in this book are amazing. Some of them are kind of based in reality, and others are a little bit exaggerated, which is great because it gives the story a lot of flair and character. So let's take a look at the cover. We have in the middle our little boy named Alex, and we have some things around him. Do you see that little boy up in the corner? And then over here we have a little baby playing a drum. And then we have some toys. The book is titled, I Want a New Room. And it's by Karen Kaufman Arloff, and it's illustrated by David Kettram. So what do you think this book is about? Come up with a thought. If there's someone around you, ask them what they think this book is about based on the cover. All right, so you have an idea in your mind. And remember, as we're reading, we are reading as writers. So let's think about what this author did as he wrote this story about our friend Alex. I Want a New Room. Again, it's written by Karen Kaufman Orloff, and it's illustrated by David Kettram. It's published by Scholastic Books. Dear Mom, I know you think I should share a room with Ethan now that we have baby Annie. But here's why I shouldn't. When Ethan sleeps, he sounds like a cat coughing up fur balls. Why can't you move Annie in with you and give me my room back? Signed, your very tired son, Alex. So let's stop for just a minute. Do you remember yesterday we went back to the beginning of our book and talked about how the author began the story. So this author began the story in what fashion? What did he use? What device? Did you say a letter? And that's the interesting thing. Have you ever thought of writing a story with just using letters back and forth? It's effective, isn't it? It gets your point across right away. So we know right away what the problem is. It's presented for us. Alex has to share a room with his brother Ethan, who makes a lot of noise. Let's take a look at the illustration. It's really cute, and he looks pretty angry, doesn't he? So then we have a response from Dad. Dear Alex, go bother your father. Signed, your very, very tired mother. Sorry, that was not from Dad, that was from his mother. Look at this illustration. Do you see the brother? Ethan looks like he's pretty angry, doesn't he? In this particular story, the illustrations really add to the idea. Again, we have, remember I said there's a little bit of exaggeration? Sometimes we feel like this when we go to bed, right? You're wondering what's under your bed. I think Alex is having that same fear. Okay, so now he decides to write to Dad. Dear Dad, you have no idea what it's like to share a room with Ethan. He sticks crayons up his nose and barks like a walrus. And he snores like Grandpa Ralph. So how about giving me my old room back? Please don't say, go bother your mother. Been there, done that. Love, fed up Alex. Dear Alex, sorry we had to move you out of your room, but Annie's a girl, and Mom says girls need privacy to do girl stuff. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm guessing it has to do with hair and makeup. Love, Dad. Check this one out. It's a great illustration. Dear Dad, Annie is a baby, B-A-B-Y. She doesn't have any hair. And if she wore makeup, she would drool on it. By the way, did I mention Ethan broke my skateboard and lost my brand new Captain Creepy action figure? The kid is out of control, Dad. Love, your seriously upset child, Alex. Dear Alex, you know 4-year-olds are a little careless. You were just like him at that age. Remember when you fell into the cake at Grandma's 60th birthday party? Good thing the candles weren't lit. Why don't you have a heart-to-heart talk with Ethan about respecting your property? Love, Dad. Dear Dad, thanks for the advice. Now I know exactly how to handle this. Love, your diplomatic son, Alex. P.S. Diplomatic was one of my vocabulary words. Do you know what diplomatic means? If you do say it into your TV, if you are diplomatic, what does that mean? Does that mean you're good at creating peace? Or maybe making compromises? If you said that, excellent job. Dear Ethan, this is your side of the room. This is my side of the room. Stay on your side. Alex. P.S. Don't touch my stuff or else. Dear Alex, do you realize you gave Ethan the side of the room that doesn't have a door? I just found him jumping up and down on his bed, yelling that he can't come out to take his bath because Alex said so. Fix this problem when you get home from soccer practice, or else. Love, Dad. Dear Dad, okay, I told Trampoline Boy he can use the door now. Honestly, Dad, you see what I'm dealing with here? Please give me my room back. I promise I'll keep it really, really clean. Love, neat and tidy Alex. Dear Alex, does that include cleaning the iguana's cage? I've noticed an unusual smell coming from that general direction. Just thought I'd mention it. Love, your concerned father. Dear Dad, let's not change the subject. Here's the thing. I'm practically grown up. I want a new room. Plus, I think I should get rewarded for all the A's I got in school. Love, Alex, the super student. Dear Alex, nice try, but I remember correctly, you got 3 B's and 1 A, and I think the A was lunch. Love, Dad. Check out this illustration. I love this one. It's so much fun. It'd be fun to draw, wouldn't it? Dear Dad, even Stinky's dog Lurch has his own room. That dog is treated like a king. He's got 6 pillows and his own TV. He and Stinky watch cartoons and eat cheesy popcorn every single night. I'm not even asking for a TV. Just one little room. Love, your human son, Alex. P.S. Stinky got a D in lunch. So this is a picture of his dog, and that's Stinky, and they're having a gale time eating popcorn in the dog's room. Okay, so now we have a little bit of an exaggeration again, right? We have the brother with the drums, and then the little sister sitting on the bed blowing a trumpet. I think we're having some noise problems for poor Alex. Dear Alex, no can do. Love, Dad. P.S. Stinky scares me. Dear Dad, it's more than the room. It's the principle of the thing. Why do I, the oldest and most important kid, have to suffer just because you and Mom had another baby? Does that seem fair? I don't think so. Love, your number 1 son, Alex. Dear Alex, yes, you are very important to us, but so are your brother and sister. However, you make some good points. A boy your age needs his own space. Maybe we could build you a special place of your own. Love, Dad. So now, do you think this is the point where maybe the story starts to turn? Remember our plot diagram? Something's going to happen, right? And Alex has just made his point over and over and over again. And finally, his dad is starting to maybe think about something. Dear Dad, now you're talking. We could add a whole new wing onto the house. I can have my own bathroom with a hot tub, skateboard ramp, and a bowling alley. What do you say, Dad? Here's a floor plan. Love, Alex, the architect. Check this out. Would we all love that for our room? He was really busy. This is a very creative child. We have a shark tank. We have a platform for a mini sub. Trampoline in the corner. Oh, even a food court that serves sushi and a duck pond. My goodness. Dear Alex, slow down there, buddy. We're not gazillionaires. We can't build you a condo. I was thinking of something like a treehouse. We can build it together. You won't have to share it with your brother unless you absolutely want to. Love, Dad. You mean it, Dad? I do, Alex. This is an awesome picture. He gets to go with his dad, and they're working on a project together. And check this out. The treehouse is fabulous. Maybe not quite as good as the floor plan that he created, but this is a pretty cool house. It's got a little table tennis court, got some windows inside. But look at what's going on here. There's a racket laying down on the other one side, isn't there? Nobody's using it. He threw a ball out of the room, so there's nobody to play catch with. What's going on in this picture? I see Alice looking out the window with a pretty unhappy face. I'm thinking our friend Alex is lonely. Has that ever happened to you? Sometimes people are driving you crazy, and then you take some space, and you feel lonely, and you miss that. Even the puppy seems a little lonely right now. Dear Ethan, do you want to play with me in my treehouse? Love, your big brother, Alex. I'm thinking there's going to be a compromise. Yes! Thanks, Alex. So, I talked about this word a little bit as we've gone through the story. And this is a really important word. And I know it's not vocabulary day, but this word comes to the forefront for this story. And it's the word compromise. And when we write letters, that's a really good time to make those compromises, or when we're hanging out with friends, or we're putting our thoughts down in our writing. Sometimes we have to make those compromises. You know I love to show pictures when I show you a vocabulary word. And compromise. So we have two groups of people, a little bit of a chasm in the middle, and they're trying to hold hands and come together. That's what we mean by that word, compromise. Say that with me. Compromise. Compromise. It sounds like we know part of that word already, don't we? We know that word, promise. To make a promise is we agree to do something. When we make a compromise, it's pronounced just a little bit differently. Compromise. So we break that into 3 syllables. That means that we're agreeing to meet halfway. We're coming to the middle. So we want to do this. If there's a game at recess that you really want to play and you want to play it the whole time, but you have some friends that want to do something else, you could compromise and play each game half of the recess time, right? Maybe you have some markers that you want to share, that you don't want to share, right? That you love certain colors, but your friend wants to borrow one. Could you compromise and share? Maybe they could loan you something and you could loan them something. Maybe at home right now, you want to do something that your parents are like, or the grown-up in your house says, maybe not. Maybe you could compromise. Do a little work. Maybe you could clean the table. Maybe you could make your bed. Maybe you could help with the laundry, at least folding. That way you can compromise and come up with a plan. So that's an awesome word to add to your vocabulary. And I want you to think about this letter writing. we're going to have Ms. Abby come up next, and she's going to talk to you about a writing project for today. All right. I will see you soon, friends. Thank you.
Hi, writers. Today, we're going to continue our opinion writing, but it's going to have a different approach. This weekend is 4th of July. This weekend is our country, the United States of America's birthday. Our country is turning 244 years old. Yay, America! And it's a great time to think about how much you love this country. I love this country for so many reasons. I could write a whole opinion piece on why I love the United States of America. One of those reasons is the country can change based on what the citizens want. Yeah. We vote for our president, for our mayor, and when the community, when the citizens really think about what they want and they use words to express their opinions, we can make change that helps everyone. The laws and the policies that we have today were not necessarily the laws and policies that we had even 30 years ago. I love the United States of America because we keep trying to get better. How great is that? So today, I'm thinking locally. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we have a mayor. A mayor is in charge of the city, kind of like the president is in charge of the country. The mayor is in charge of the city. In Albuquerque, our mayor's name is Tim Keller. And I have an idea that I want Mayor Keller to consider. Even better, what if he likes my idea and he makes a change? That is possible. That is why I love this country. So I was thinking, what is something about the city of Albuquerque that could be a change that would help more people? Well, you may have some ideas. Maybe you share my idea. Here it is. We have a city bus that runs through Albuquerque. I think the bus should be free for everyone. I think that anyone in Albuquerque, if you're waiting at a bus stop, you can get on the bus for free. That's my opinion. You may disagree with me, and that's okay. But let me share with you my evidence and my reasons, and I'm going to share it in writing. That's the power of writing, is you can see someone's ideas. Because it is Opinion Writing Week, we need to have our opinions. My opinion to write to the mayor of Albuquerque is that I think the city bus should be free for everyone to ride. If I just say that, and I write it in a letter to the mayor, he might look at it and read it, and then keep going with other important issues. If I want someone to really think about what I have to say, I need to make sure I have lots of evidence and that my reasons connect to my evidence. In the book Mrs. Kraft read today, I Want a New Room, it is filled with letters. It has evidence and reasons in it. And in the end, a compromise was reached. How great. So I'm going to write to my city's mayor. Friends, you can write to the city's mayor too. You don't even have to be an adult. The mayor loves receiving letters from children. If you are not in Albuquerque, research, find out who the mayor of your city is, and think about something that you want to change that will help others. So I'm going to write a persuasive letter today. Persuasive means I want to change someone's mind. I want to persuade them. It's almost like a push. I want to push someone to think like me. It's okay if the mayor doesn't think like me, but I need to share my thoughts. So, in my writer's notebook, we are going to write a persuasive letter today. Before I write, of course, I want to organize my ideas. I always organize my ideas. It's a good strategy. And look what I have. I have my opinion in yellow. Look at all this evidence I have. And then in pink, I have my reasons. I love to put these on sticky notes because I can reorganize them in a way that I think makes sense. All righty, let's go ahead and get started. Like in the book, I want a new room. I see this is in friendly letter format. We have who the letter is to, and at the end, we have our closing and who the letter is from. That's easy. I know how I'm going to start it. Dear Alex. No, that's not the mayor's name. So I'm going to start by addressing Mayor Keller. Now, I said that I put this on blue because it's evidence. It cannot be argued. If I ask anyone in Albuquerque, who is the mayor, we won't have different answers. The mayor is Mayor Keller. So that counts as evidence. So I will say, good day, Mayor Keller. And I notice there's a comma after you write who you're writing to, comma. Now, I've already said, good day, Mayor Keller. Oh, you know what? I should probably write the date. Today is July 2nd, 2020. That way, he knows when the letter was written. When you're writing, you want to make sure you have evidence. Here's the date. Here is who I'm writing to. I should probably introduce myself. So I'll skip a line and indent. My name is Abby Carlson. And I live now I could say I live in Albuquerque, but I want to give compliments. When you're trying to persuade someone, you want to butter them up. That means give them lots of kindness. My name is Abby Carlson, and I live in your wonderful city. Oops. Albuquerque, it's a little tricky word, comma, New Mexico. So my first sentence just says, my name is Abby Carlson, and I live in your wonderful city, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I don't think I'm done buttering him up yet. Let me add a few more compliments. I love living here. Exclamation. The food is delicious, comma. Let me think of another compliment for the city of Albuquerque. The food is delicious. The Sandia Mountains are beautiful. And let me give a really big compliment now, comma. And the people who live here are the best in the world. Mr. Mayor, that's what you can call the mayor. Unless they're a girl, then you can call it Miss Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I have an idea that will help this city be even better. I haven't even given my opinion yet. My opinion is that I want to make it free to ride the city bus. So I've been building up, and now I need to give my opinion. Let me turn the page. Think you should make the price of riding the city bus free. Just in case that's not clear, I'll say, that's right. Free. There's my opinion. I think the mayor should make the price of riding the city bus free. That's right, free. Well, friends, some people will disagree with me. So what do I have? I have lots of evidence. The blue represents evidence, and the pink is my reason. The reason why that evidence is important. I have another piece of evidence with my reason why it's important. Now, which one do I put first? I want to put my most important reason at the end, or my most important pieces of evidence at the end. I'm going to start with this. So, I gave my first paragraph, which that's where I address the mayor, I compliment the mayor, and then I give my opinion. I think the city bus should be free. I did some research. It's important to do your research. I went on the cabq.gov website. Your city, if you don't live in Albuquerque, has a city website as well. This is cityofalbuquerque.gov. I went on this website and I found that there are different fairs, not like a county fair, that's F-A-I-R. Fair is the price. There are different fares for different ages. Adults pay $1 to ride the bus. That doesn't sound like a lot. Students who are age 10 through high school pay 35 cents. Children under 10 or students who go to the universities are free. there's a lot of different prices. So a bus driver will have to look at who's entering the bus. If they're obviously under 10 years old, they are free. So babies are free, 5-year-olds are free, but what if you're 9? The bus driver may have to look at you a little close. 9-year-olds don't usually have an ID that say their age. So if you are 10 years old, all the way up to like 18 years old, well, that's confusing because you have to pay 35 cents. What if you don't have 35 cents on you? That's kind of an odd amount. But if you're in college, you're free. This is too confusing. These are the facts. I found them on the CABQ website. But I think, this is my reason, stopping to pay fares or check age IDs is inefficient, meaning it wastes a lot of time. A bus driver could stop at a bus stop. She could look at who's entering the bus, wait till they sit down and take off. Instead, think of all the time that is wasted by checking ages, collecting fees. There's a lot to that. I say, get rid of it. If you're at the bus stop, you can ride the bus for free. Doesn't matter your age. That's my opinion. So I'm going to use all these pieces of evidence according to the cabq.gov website. There are 3 different fares. Oops, I almost spelled the other version of fare. There are 3 different fares for different ages. Now, I should put in my specifics. I should say what adults pay, what college students pay, what middle school and high school students pay. It's so confusing. I'm going to skip ahead and get to my reason. There are too many options, and that's confusing. That supports my opinion that you should make it free. My second piece of evidence that's really important, so that's why I want to put it next, is I looked on the CABQ website and I found, listen to this, in 2018, over 6 million people rode the bus on weekdays. Altogether, there were about 7, almost 8 million riders on the bus. The majority, the most people rode it on weekdays. Well, friends, that is evidence, but my reason is that weekdays are for work and school. Those should be free to get to. You shouldn't have to pay to go to your job or to school. Come on, Mayor Keller, let's make the buses free. I'm going to finish writing my letter, and I'm going to send it to the mayor's office. You can do that too. In America, we have the right to share our opinions. Writing a persuasive letter is one way you can express your opinion, especially to those who are in the government. Friends, if you can share your persuasive letter with us, we would love to see it. Thank you so much for learning with us at home at APS.